Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi, and hello to Dr. Sharil and Dr. Amzari, and also to my fellow classmates. So today we will be presenting on our Arduino project, which we've decided to um, make a project about a smart dustbin. Our group name is Samsan Tech, and this is our group members. Me, myself, AHMAD, HUSAIRI. The other three is FARAH, ZULAIKHA, and NOOR, AMIRUDIN, and NURIN, SYAZANA. So let's go for a brief introduction of our project. So this is the introduction, or you can say background. So the introduction is the name of our project is Treasure Smart Bin. So basically, Treasure, we came up with that name by combining the word trash and treasure. It is because we, a smart bin contains the trash, just like as if it is treasure. And so basically, for this Arduino project, Treasure is a smart trash that can, sorry, Treasure is a smart trash can that is developed by using Arduino, which will read the sense of movement by using a sensor. But basically, whenever someone is about to throw their garbage or trash, they will just have to wave on the above the trash can or dustbin. Therefore, the lid of the dustbin will automatically open up, and you can throw your trash into the dustbin. Simple as that. So for next, I will be presenting for the literature review. So for the literature review, so a study has shown that there are about 17,000 tons of solid waste produced in Peninsular Malaysia every day, just in Peninsular Malaysia, which shows that there are a lot of waste, a lot of trash, a lot of garbage that is being produced, which is very bad for the environment, because some of the waste or trash cannot be recycled, and sometimes if it can be recycled, if the trash does not being disposed correctly or being littered anywhere else, it will pollute the environment, and can cause all kinds of disease and such, which is very bad. And for an extra information, globally, 45 kilograms of waste is produced by an average secondary school student in a year. So we can just imagine how much of trash or waste that is produced during this pandemic, when all of the students are at their houses. Keep in mind that this does not count with these have not included those who are working from their homes. So they will also produce a lot of trash by studying, by working. They will produce waste and trash, but through to their desk. So they need they need some dustbin that will clean their room, their houses. So sometimes, for instance, if there is no dustbin, or maybe the dustbin is far away from their desk, sometimes they will decide to litter their trash or waste outside of their windows, which will pollute the environment, which is very bad. So we've come up with an automatic smart trash can, which will automatically open up whenever someone is about to throw their trash, which is very easy, and we've produced a mini one, so it is very suitable for them to use it. I mean, below their desk. So yeah, that will be all from me. Now I will be passing it to the next member for the next part.
Assalamualaikum and good day to Dr. Sharil and Dr. Amzari. My name is SYAZANA binti Hamid and matrix number is 207071. So today I'm going to explain about the design benefits. So let's start. So why we choose the design? So the design treasure, which is trash treasure. This design was inspired by the basic trash bin that we usually see seen in our home. So it is for home appliances, the project for home appliances. So this treasure is used either by the sense of the trash itself or parts of the user's body to open the bin. So let's say if you want to throw the rubbish, we can just sense the bin by using this rubbish or parts of our body. So this practice would actually help the user to lessen our effort while throwing the rubbish. So this would develop bunch of goodness for the family surrounding at home. So for instance, the healthy behaviors can be instilled in the children in the early age. So let's say if at our home we have elderly, the elderly would simply just throw the rubbish without having to use without having to use much body's movement. So if let's say we have women who are pregnant, who are pregnant, they can just simply use the sensor of the treasure or use the to throw the rubbish without having to bend their body. So this treasure is simple to dispose of toilet paper or sanitary pad for women especially. So as a woman, I would say that the sanitary pad would produce a pungent smell that could make the surrounding be smelly. So this treasure would help to freshen the air inside our home. So that is for the design.
Now I will be presenting the product review of our project. So this product review will be shown in Katya screenshots. So basically we've made a rough model or a rough drawing of the trash can model. So as you can see here, this is the trash can model. We developed it. I mean, we've drawn it using Katya software. So yeah, we've used our skills from the engineering computer aided drawing subject. So yeah, we've applied that. So this is the rough model for our project, which is treasure or smart trash can model, or you can say smart dustbin. So next, this is the other parts of the smart dustbin, which is the sensor, the ultrasonic sensor, which can sense the movement. This will be, this will be attached on top of the dustbin, so they can sense the movement of someone when they are about to throw in their trash or waste. And on the right side is the chip, microcontroller chip, that is going to function with the Arduino. So this chip will be on the back of the trash can. So yeah, And that is all for the product review. So yeah, I will pass the next part to the next person.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day. My name is FARAH ZULAIKHA binti JAFRIKHAIRI, matrix number 207785. So today I'll be presenting on the circuit design and details as well as the coding and the Gantt chart for our group project. Alright, to start off, the circuit diagram shown is an assembly of a few components using the Tinkercad software such as the breadboard. Next component is a 9-volt battery. This component is used to power up or supply power source to the circuit. Next is the positional microservo. Basically, a microservo motor serves as a rotary or linear actuators that allows a precise control of both angular and linear position, velocity, and also acceleration. The use of positional microservo in this project is specifically for the open and closed mechanism of the dustbin lid. Initially, the dustbin lid was positioned at a 0-degree position as the lid was closed. When an obstruction is detected by the ultrasonic sensor, the controller checks to see if it crosses a threshold distance value defined for the dustbin lid to open. As the sensor recognizes the presence of an obstacle or object, the controller will trigger the servo motor and the dustbin lid will be open, but only for a limited time as programmed in the system coding. Alright, so moving on to the fourth component, which is the Arduino Uno R3. This Arduino Uno R3 is a microcontroller board based in the ATmega 3 to 8 microcontroller, which consists of 20 digital input or output pins, 16 megahertz resonator, a USB connection, a power jack, and inserted system programming, or also known as ICSP header, and also a reset button. Alright, so the last component is the ultrasonic distance sensor. The ultrasonic distance sensor is the sensor used to locate the distance of the incoming object towards the smart dustbin. This component releases a 40 kHz ultrasound that travels through the air and bounces back to the module as it comes into contact with an object. Additionally, ultrasonic distance sensor is also equipped with 2 drums, which is the first drum is used to transmit ultrasonic pulse, while the other one is for receiving the ultrasonic signal. The echo pins of the sensor is set high as the sensor detects an incoming object, and the time taken for a reflected pulse to return is entirely determined by the position and distance of the obstruction. Moving on to the next part of my presentation, which is the coding. The coding used in our program was as shown. For this part of the coding, it shows that the ultrasonic distance echo pin is connected to digital pin D8, while the trigger pin is connected to digital pin D7. Alright, so next, as for this part, the 19-pin Arduino is introduced to the servo motor and the echo pin of the sensor is set high as the sensor detects an incoming object. Okay, so lastly, the sensor could only detect obstacle when the trigger pin receives a high pulse on a wave emitted. Therefore, the distance of the object obtained from the echo signal can be calculated by using the formula distance as shown in the coding. Alright, so the next part, which is the last part of my presentation, will be the Gantt chart. The Gantt chart below were made assuming that the project was meant to be completed for a 3-month period. For this project, we decided to break the task into 3 phases, which are the brainstorming idea phase, design and development, and lastly, the report writing and presentation. For each task in each particular phase, there were deadlines decided so that we can make sure that we can finish this project on the right time. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, next we move to the flow chart of the treasure project. So the flow chart is the flow of the coding that is explained by FARAH. So we go to start, and then initialize the servo and serial monitor, and then we define the pin, which is trig and echo, and then we set this equals to 0, ensure equal to 0 for purpose of repetition or looping. And then we move to input. And we read the pulse on the pin. And then we calculate show equals to pulse in, the pin echo, and the value high. The value is high. So we calculate this by dividing the show by 29.1, and the answer will divide by 2. And this will go through to the selection. If this is less than or equal to 20, it will go to servo. The servo will go to the angle 160 and delay for 5,000 milliseconds. And then it will go repeating to read the input, to go to the input. Okay, if it is false, the program will go to selection number 2, which is if this is greater than 100. If it's true, the distance is 100, and it will print the disk. If it false, it will print the disk for the first selection, and then delay for 500 milliseconds, and then the program will stop. So that is the flowchart.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is AMIRUDIN bin Nur AZLAN, and my matrix number is 208062. So today I will present to you discussion and conclusion. The main concept behind the treasure that powered by Arduino is for object detection. Treasure are using an ultrasonic sensor that transmit the ultrasonic wave and receive the wave when they come back by hitting any object. So when treasure detects a person in front of the dustbin, it will send a signal to the Arduino, which we're using as a controller. Then when the Arduino gets the data, it will analyze the data for further processing so that the dustbin can operate well. The ultrasonic sensor sends the received signal to the Arduino, and Arduino will calculate the distance by the duration of the sound waves when it comes back. According to the distance, some condition was made in the coding. For example, when the distance between person and the dustbin is less than 20 cm, Arduino will send a command to the servo motor to rotate 160 degrees from its initial position, which causes the lid to open, and after the interval of 10 seconds, and the lid will automatically close. So here is some advantage. First, this project, which is Treasure, gives a lot of benefits, specifically in creating a better eco-friendly environment. This includes a reduction in the number of waste collection needed by up to 80%, resulting in less manpower, emissions, and fuel use and traffic congestion. Plus, it also maintains the environment hygiene, as no more overflowing of waste and less unpleasant odor. Lastly, it will help in bringing evolution by technology in terms of cleanliness. For conclusion part, the combination of intelligent waste monitoring and trash compaction technologies, smart dustbin are better, or Treasure are better than traditional garbage dustbin. It is equipped with smart device like sensor Arduino. Lid of the dustbin will automatically open when an object comes near to the dustbin, and after a certain time, it will close the lid. It will benefit societal health and cleanliness, and it also will benefit business since the product is affordable to as many people as possible. Therefore, it will bring about some change in terms of cleanliness and technology. That's all from me. Thank you.